like to welcome our keynote speaker, Sujata Dutta. Sujata is a Senior Vice President at Voice. Dr. Sujata Dutta is a dynamic leader and prominent figure in the technology field with 23 years of experience. She has inspired, enabled, and transformed many around her. The Senior Vice President at Vodafone Intelligent Solutions and multiple prestigious award winner, Sujata has always been passionate about the technical field. Her commitment to the professional development of others makes her a woman to watch. Sujata would be delivering a keynote session on effective leadership. So without further ado, Sujata, over to yourself.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for a really lovely, very, very lovely introduction. And hello, good morning, everyone. My heartiest welcome to each one of you into this particular session. I know that you all had a great learning day on interesting topics yesterday. I totally agree. I have been hearing a lot of feedback, different sort of feedbacks from my team. And I'm sure that today also you will have a wonderful time on the ATA platform with all of us. Okay, so first of all, it's a great pleasure and honor for me to be invited here as the keynote speaker. And thank you, ATA. Thank you, Aditya, Soumya, everyone for this particular opportunity. You have already told about me, but still a little bit about me. Yes, I'm Dr. Sujata Dutta. I'm feeling very proud to call myself as doctor. And at the end, I would say what it is all about. So I'm working as a Senior Vice President of Voice, Global Vodafone. So a little bit about me is in my childhood, I was really obsessed with getting a deep understanding of maths and science and with about the data, about the number. Since actually that gave me a partial explanation for life, every aspect of the universe, and so much of truth based on the fact, experience, and experiment. So I felt that's an amazing field. So no wonder by academics, I'm an engineer. So during my 23 years of IT career, I have extensively worked in IT design, development, testing, quality assurance, consulting using waterfall, agile, safe, DevOps, safe, and whatever you can name. Yeah, so that opportunity had come. I have moved into various areas and technologies in leading and creating the strategy for the large multi-million business and technology transformation, transformational global delivery across geographies in the various domains like telco, banking and financial services, manufacturing, logistics, energy utilities, product data management, product lifecycle management, etc. Currently, I'm the global head of quality engineering and testing practice of Voice for India, Egypt, Romania, Malaga Center. And there are upcoming new centers of Vodafone Voice is coming. So I'll be heading also those centers for this particular practice. I am definitely proud to share that I have accomplished quite a few extraordinary things with team together in building, growing, and maturing to advance our organization and the people by bringing the most compelling vision, strategy, a different sort of solution, and a number of partnership in various ways, and very strong capabilities in a single powerhouse. We, of course, excelled in customer employee experience and adopted multiple cutting edge technologies that actually helped us winning multiple prestigious global and national awards and also something internally within Vodafone. But the truth is, if you had told me 23 years ago that this would be so, this would be my career, having such an impact, probably I would not have believed you. Yeah, why? During my engineering days, girls were just less than 5%. It was definitely intimidating at that young age. I felt very uncertain about what next, what actually it would mean to work as an engineer. But point is, once you determine to achieve what you have set your eyes on, then literally nothing can stop you. So when the ATA GTR and especially Aditya approached me to perform the role of keynote speaker, I had many technical topics in my mind. Should I talk about DevOps, AI, ML, advanced automation? What is the quality first approach in the era of digital explosion, CXX, and many other things? They all are very, very important in today's life. And however, but this time I decided to discuss one of the critical pillars, that's about the effective leadership that truly makes almost everything impossible to possible. I know that there are innumerous number of articles, manuals are available on this particular topic. You give a search on Google, you get a number of things, and there are many other related skills they are getting researched. However, I really decided to talk on this particular thing for a couple of things. Recently, I was also honored with a prestigious Leadership of the Year award in India Testing Conference 2022 at Bangalore. And during that networking time, I see that many of the attendees came to me for the guidance. We all see that technology is changing, and we all are consistently learning to adapt. But effective leadership, I feel, has the most significant positive impact on organizations by creating the conducive work atmosphere for the team to really thrive. And this topic actually touches every member of the team and stakeholders to contribute. So that is why I thought that let me talk on the topic to close my 2022 with this particular note. Okay. And I want to share my perspective and some of my experiences and learning. So point is, can effective leadership be really learned to bring the higher returns to the organizations, for the organizations or for the individual in terms of bringing the return on investment or with respect to people engagement as well. So, it's all about the return on people engagement. As in some individuals, we always have seen that they're born with a great communication skills. You put them in any situation, they have literally true witty comeback. You put them on the stage, they will wow the audience, but the stage fright is very common. But then there are ways to combat that. So can similar be done for the leadership skills? My answer is yes. However, it little bit stands in contrast to the traditional training programs that are typically in-house training programs in various organizations. So I would say the best way to become an effective leader is to keep practicing the leadership. There are absolutely no shortcuts for the young leaders or the smart, most intelligent team members to become masters and learn how to lead through constant practice and through the mentorship by the experienced leaders. So leadership, of course, it can be taught and it can be learned, but still this particular leadership aptitude is greatly enhanced by some of the qualities that literally emerge, and it remains stable early in the life. And that actually makes some of the individuals more talented than others. So some are more likely to learn and earn to create the individual differences. Perhaps most importantly, these differences led some to the very experienced of teaching the leadership. So you would see that smart people develop more expertise and they improve into their problem solving skills. There are some motivated people, they constantly challenge themselves and put themselves in the responsibility, accountability, and definitely at the authoritative positions. However, there are empathetic people which are characterized by their ability to read and connect with others. So embracing their understanding of human nature is absolutely very important. So people with high emotional intelligence, you would see they are normally very tougher. They are more resilient to stress and pressure. So I would like to say that, in fact, life is the history's greatest teacher of the leadership. And one reason for this is our ability to nurture our own potential. So in short, leadership is neither a fate nor a destiny, but definitely a byproduct of people's unique personalities, their own attitudes, and their journeys. That's what happens or does not happen when a typical personality is born. So yes, agree, managers can be leaders, and then leaders can definitely be made much more effective, but there are lots of works that needs to be worked on very effectively. So I say that building effective leadership, it's a journey. Okay, it's a journey for one to be able to lead the organization along with the team. So it's more like a co-leading. It's not that only one person leading. I mean, when you do the co-leading, it's a journey with many other people. So of course, leadership, effective leadership is definitely based on the two foundation, that is about managing, ability to manage the self, and at the same time, ability to manage one-to-one relationships. So I'm not going to touch on these two fundamental points, because managing self and others, like, we all know about basic things. We need to introspect, we need to do the retrospections, we need to know our strength, weakness, and ability to manage the relation, influencing others, and many other things. But my point is, effective leadership is built on top of this particular two foundation, and it is a totally top-down approach. Okay, so this actually creates a positive ripple effect, because it's all about the co-leading, and it touches wherever it touches, it becomes great, be it the people, be it work, or the organization, or in one's personal life. So there had been situation when often people came to me and say that I really want to be like you. I would like to put my point forward like you, or I want to have the strategic mindset like you. But my point is, we all are very unique. We all possess the different traits, and that is really our true power. So every person has their own path based on the upbringing they had, the culture that the person built, the desire, and different instinct that person has got, and the principles that the person is following. So it all depends on multiple things. So of course, we keep hearing, and we all know that we need to know about our weakness. While it is very very essential for us to be aware what is the weakness, but also it is extremely crucial, and most important part is part of fitting it on the exceptional leadership is to know where you are truly exceptional. So understand, embrace, and leverage your superpower. I call it as superpower because it is truly your own power. So we all know that leadership is often about high self-confidence and self-esteem, and we are constantly looking for the answers and ensuring that we do the right thing. So whether you are a leader in the organization or a key influencer in any other capacity, or let's say you are the individual contributor, so improving your leadership definitely starts with focusing on improving what you are really good at. So leading with strength is the thing that naturally comes to the people, and it helps you succeed daily. So when you intentionally apply your strength as a leader, then that is when your life and the lives of those who you are leading, that begins to change. So essentially, I say that I would like to mention that there are three main pillars of the effective leadership. So of course, first, undoubtedly, it goes as a vision. So leadership vision is the ability to concentrate on the most important aspects of self or the business, such as what you really want to achieve with yourself or in the business or in the organization. So essentially, vision should incorporate the lessons from past and the present realities, and your own and your organization's own aspirations to create the real value. Yeah. So definitely leaders with a vision would have the plan for others to follow and provide the constituents of hope and a sense of motivation and purpose. So in doing so, you will make a heavy difference and have the satisfaction of fulfilling the purpose that can only come from doing truly valuable work. And that's why it is very, very important. The second aspect and one of the critical pillar is people, undoubtedly. So effective leadership has a lot of things to do, like with inspiring, motivating, aligning, then mobilizing the people and activating, but it does not end there. A key to effective leadership is the ability to define the outcomes and help the individuals and their talents to get there. So the best leaders, we have always seen, they know their people and they're very much aware of their people's strength and where to leverage and how to build on top of it. Yeah. So definitely great leaders are not blind to their own weakness or their team members or their surrounding people's weakness, but still you have to definitely see how to make it work. You know really what is the competitive edge within the strengths of the people. And third comes about execution. So no matter how strong your vision is, how great your people are, at the end, if it is your execution, which is also a very key factor, and it requires a lot of hard and soft skills. So many times you all have seen that sometimes team is trying to scale the headcount to increase the velocity or to increase the output, and it often does not work. You easily end up with a sublinear scalability, and where you only get a very fraction of each new team member's potential productivity. And that is why you would see that often it is very, very important to have the outstanding leaders on fixing the systems in place to do the work instead of just adding more people to the problem in hand. So it is not alone about focusing on goals or tracking. That's about your hard skills, right? And it's a quite standard and everyone knows that what needs to be done. So from my perspective, this real difference actually comes in the how certain things are truly getting impacted and how exactly the team views the specific actions. So of course, from my perspective, there are 6 key points. They are the true differentiator. And I would like to get my slide a little quickly. So can we have can you please show that? Yeah. That's right. So first is about, this is what I'm calling, it's all about the 6 key differentiator. And first is about the transparent communication. So this communication is the key. I believe in sharing the information with the team because information is the knowledge and knowledge is the power. And keeping the communication lines very clear, keep the team morale really, really high at all levels. So be it your upward, downward, or sideward. So this communication cannot be one way. It has to be interactive. So transparency comes from all the side and everyone participating in the feedback or into that improvement mechanism or in the survey process, they are discussing the positive and improvement areas for betterment that really creates a very healthy work culture. So let me get into the third point first before picking up the second point. The question is, why did I not simply make third point as the second one? So actually, this is just to keep you all engaged, no other reason. So third point is all about mouth in sync with mind. An effective leader needs to be in complete harmony between mouth and mind. So cryptic communication or people viewing the contradictory actions versus the statement given, that really demoralizes the people and creates a lot of mistrust in the system. We all know that truth is often bitter and most of the time it is bitter. But however, when you are responsible for a team of the people, when you are responsible for the organization or for the business, it is essential to be the authentic leader. So calling spade as a spade, of course, without disrespecting anyone, that helps a lot in keeping the trust, not only within the team, but also with the surroundings and with your stakeholders. Now, second point I want to call about connect and engagement, which is very, very important. Yeah, everyone generally say that, yeah, we all are connected, but I am talking this connect in a very, very meaningful way with all the people across the system. So your side, up, down, in a very meaningful way. So there are standard things like regular one-on-one, skip level, team meeting. They really help people to get connected and get engaged. But however, regardless of the definition of the employee engagement, it is about understanding and supporting your own people, your own organization, your own purpose, your organization's purpose, team's purpose. So so engaging the people by also by cross skilling, upskilling, and then doing the job movement after a certain period of time really helps a lot of excitement within the people, especially with the people who would like to keep changing their roles with certain period of time. So I'm talking about this connect and engagement is not only with the team, but then this engagement is very much required with the stakeholders. So this particular point I'm saying irrespective of the situation wherever you are working. And fourth is empowerment and collaborate. As I mentioned earlier, that the team should be fully empowered with the right information. They should have the right sort of connect. They should be able to do the right sort of collaboration in an empowered manner. And they definitely must know the expectations and must be skilled up to do their job. Fifth point, very important, that performance really matters. So friendliness within the team at any level should not ever equate with the concordances of the person's performance rating or increment or any other benefit. It's all that performance matters when you are in organization, when it comes about the business and all, and it is about the benefit, and absolutely there should not be any sort of compromise on this. So support and recognize the people very strongly who are literally going extra miles to deliver and evidently putting lots of efforts for organizations betterment. Please do not compromise for this particular point due to any reason. When it comes about the recognition, it should not go in democratic way to suppress the real performance and positive contribution to ensure that organization is truly performance driven, and it goes in unbiased way to keep the motivation level high. Now, the sixth important point is about human network. Okay, that ensures that we all are connected from top to bottom. There are enough channels for appreciation, information sharing, empowerment, but we also have the same channel which goes from bottom up to the leaders. It has to be both the ways. Finally, very important point is I believe in celebrating success together. I think it is a long journey that needs a mindset change of the people. It needs a lot of cultural changes. It's about inculcating the habit and attitude of taking the ownership and belongingness with the organization. I really quickly want to mention one very nice incident that happened in the last week. I requested some of my team members to arrange the celebration in office for my team's winning on 4 industry awards, since I wanted everyone within my organization to know who the key team members are who worked with me to bring those winning trophies. And during the celebration, all of a sudden, I was literally put on the spot as my team had arranged a very surprise celebration for my honorary doctorate degree that I received in November from UNESCO affiliated university in America. It was a very, very big and pleasant surprise for me. So you see here, I wanted celebration for my team, and they are there. Okay, they wanted to celebrate my personal success with everyone. So it is about love, it is about mutual respect, and it's what celebrating together is. So we have to really work hard with the people to earn such level of affection. So ensure that people are hard, they can trust, they can be trusted, and they feel that they are contributing and getting recognized appropriately. Also, as a leader, promoting people and work, the work that team is doing, that promotion of that particular thing internally and externally is very, very important. It gives them sense of belongingness. It gives a lot of visibility that creates a lot of pride within team. And of course, entire team feels that they understand that they are truly adding a lot of value. So to put it a little bluntly, it is quite a lot of mind game. It's not that too easy to win, but it is neither difficult. It is neither difficult. So just that there are some bit of work, hard work, and a lot of thoughtfulness has to be involved with it. So hang on to your positive people, stay in touch with the team, appreciate them, spend time with them, guide them technically, give them the vision. They will definitely become your ambassadors. And that is what they will spread the positivity across the team, which is, I have seen it's truly contagious. So definitely in conclusion, leadership is viewed as the process of guiding, teaching, motivating, and directing the activities of others towards the attaining goal. And of course, it involves having the abilities to influence the others. But at the same time, it's about moving into one position because of the special abilities of the skills and attributes. It could be formal or informal within the organization. So I told you earlier that I started my career as a campus hire, worked hard, honest, smart to reach into the leadership role. So I became people manager and elevated myself to be a leader. It can be seen that there are various different types of leadership styles are there. Typically, they are based on the theory, and there are specific behaviors, there are specific situations that where sometimes those of the leadership traits need to be applied. They all have a very specific aims and goals, and effectiveness varies according to the different situation. But I believe when comparing the different leadership styles, most of the time transformational leadership is definitely better than other styles because of clear vision, because of empathy, autonomy, and then chances of career development of the people, and huge growth for the organization. So you could be doing IC or handling a smaller team, or you might be managing a very big portfolio of thousands of team members. But we are in the era that where collaboration is at all the level which is needed. Even you can see the underlying technologies getting shared across the organization, like Amazon, Google, Apple, a lot of payment systems. You take any big names. So we cannot really work alone, and to be effective we must understand to work more effectively. So I really enjoyed my role. And yes, there are business aspect and there are success, but the best part is getting loved by the team surrounding you, cheering on you, wishing the best for you, and being there with you always. And I understand that today also quite a lot of my team members have joined. So thank you so much for everyone spending your family time with me. We all are in family itself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sujata. That was such an inspirational and motivational talk, actually. And for me, having performed some flavors of leadership role, there were so many takeaways from what you were sharing. I have a question from a member of audience, and if it's okay, I'd like to share that, please. Sanjeev Sharma wants to know, 2 important things to leadership that play a key role in so-called success or failure: high-value learning, maybe accepting individuality of people and identifying, focusing more on capabilities of people over their documented abilities. Please, can you share your thoughts? Sorry, you're on mute, Sujata. Sorry.
Is it in the chat box?
It is in the chat area. So okay. I guess...
just let me quickly read it. I followed you, but okay. That play, okay.
I guess, yeah, that people can have some documented abilities, but they can have a lot of other qualities over and above what's kind of they perceive perceived strengths.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I mentioned. One of the point, that's from Sanjeev, right? Yeah, that's what I mentioned. There are a lot of formal things and a lot of informal things. So, what I talk about formal is all about documented. We all talk that, yeah, we learn from our past mistakes and everything. It has to be, because we cannot keep on doing the same mistakes again and again. And also there are a lot of documented stuff. But when I talk about the effective leadership and people are truly following you, I mean, see, if I would like to do something, I need people to be with me, because my strategy could be great, my thinking could be great, my technology could be great, but then if people are not there with you, then it's very, very difficult to really get the true outcome. And that is primarily, I see that it quite often it happens that when people understand that why certain things are happening in certain way. Okay, so if we all understand what is the purpose, and if I'm doing certain activities, what we are going to really reach at the end, when people get that clarity, it becomes much more easier. Yeah, of course, I agree that there would be some individual here and there who would just come to talk, to resist about the stuff, but that number is really very low. If you just remove that, most of the time, in fact, 99% of the time, or 99.99% of the time, people would try to understand why we are doing that. So definitely that transparent communication, it has to be there from both the side. If I, as a person, as a team member, if I do not understand why my organization is truly doing certain thing, then it is my responsibility to get that clarity. If I still do not understand, I have to put my heart and brain to understand why it is doing that. Otherwise, it becomes a nothing other than job. Yeah. So yes, I totally believe that there are a lot of formal documented skills are there, but at the same time, lot of informal, lot of things which are untold, they are already there. And because every individual is different, every personality is different, and your path is different, and there is no one particular way, this how path is very important, right? So we'll have to ensure that how we truly achieve that without disrespecting anyone, without being respectful. How can we achieve some of the things? So they are very important, and it could be different. Like I can talk to one particular person in one way, same may not go with other. So if it does not go with other, the other person also need to say that, or there should be some way I also need to keep some things in mind. So Sanjeev, did I answer your question, or you are still expecting something? I didn't get you.
I hope Sanjeev's had his answer from there. And in the interest of time, Sujata, maybe we can fit in one more question from Rituraj.
Yes.
Amazing session, Sujata. As a leader, how you ensure that you are being a servant leader all the time by following the leadership, influence leadership style, instead of getting into a command and control by following micromanagement oriented leadership style?
Yeah, that's what I said about the transformational leadership, right? You call it as a servant leader or whatever. And if you observed, I said something, it is not about managing others, managing self and others. It is about leading along with the team. Okay, so that's what would be your servant leader. It does not matter that you are working in what particular situation, as long as you are really working and to meet your organizational vision, to see that how team is truly working, there should not be any problem. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sujata. I think there's some more people asking questions, looking for whether you're available to do any mentoring outside of your organization, etc. So maybe
more than happy. Yeah, more than happy to do. So my LinkedIn profile, you can find me very easily. I think it's not difficult. I would be more than happy to do. I do that quite, I think daily wise, I do it with my team. So I do not go by the year-end appraisal or anything. For me, mentoring, coaching happens at all point of time. So I'm more than happy to really help others to achieve their goal, if any ways I can support. Yeah.
Fantastic. Wow, that's so amazing to hear. Sujata, there's some more questions flowing in the chat area. If it's all right, we'll move on to the next session, but if you're able to please stay on and address some of them on the chat window, we'd be very grateful.
So
thank you.
Some question is from Rajsri. What should we do if the designation is a manager, but at client side role is lead due to not so good quality and few?
Yeah, there's some more in the chat area. Maybe the best is perhaps for yourself to stay on in the session and please address them on the chat window if that's okay.
Okay. Got it.
Thank you so much. But really, it was such an
lot.
amazing chat. Thanks very much, Sujata, for your time. And